Welcome to the MENA Spine Congress podcast series. Welcome, Dr. Rick or Richard.
Thank you.
As a start, I would like you to tell us more about yourself and your journey.
When you like where I work and those sorts of things and sort of what my role is now. Yeah, so I work at Harvard Medical Center, part of the University of Washington system. Been there for 30 years this year, concluding my training. I'm the fellowship director there. All I do is spine surgery. So that's my role clinically. And then outside of that, I'm still the chair of education for AO Spine International. So helping to develop curriculum, helping to sort of manage that, which to me has been an absolute joy and a challenge at the same time.
Now that you've attended the MENA Spine Congress, what are your thoughts and impressions about this conference?
Yeah, this conference is truly miraculous. It's very well organized, very well run. The representation from numerous countries all coming together, I think that always adds tremendous value. I think too often we work in our little silos, if you will, in a country with our various economic and medical challenges, but to bring that all together and to see and learn from people globally has a massive effect. And I think that there's tremendous value in coming to that to learn from that experience.
Okay, what makes it a special hub for doctors to present their abstracts?
When I think of abstracts that I've presented in the past, one abstract leads to another because somebody else has a similar interest. And so to present a small or large topic that I'm researching, that I'm interested in, I'm certainly going to get feedback from people in the audience or people who will come up to me afterwards and discuss that same topic with me. And from that, I have written many papers with other people from other institutions where we have common ideas and can bridge our information together, or I'm challenged to kind of take what I'm doing to another level with slightly different angle that I hadn't thought of before. So I look at whatever research I present as not only an opportunity to share and hopefully help other people to change the way they practice stuff, but equally I gain tremendous value from it as well because I can take my research to a new level.
Moving forward, as we're seeing today that AI is playing a growing role across several fields. Do you think that AI has a dynamic enhancement on spine surgery?
I think it does. You know, I think every bit of technology, whether AI or mixed reality, virtual reality, augmented reality, that is the future of what we're going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
AI clearly has a role. And when I look at radiology, I think soon we're not going to have radiologists. AI will do all of it and do it better. I think as surgeons, our careers are a little bit more stable. I think as AI develops, we need to work with it to make it a tool that's effective and safe. It tell us what to do. I think that can be dangerous, but I think that AI is here to stay and we need to embrace it and use it to our advantage.
One thing you mentioned that in radiology, it's taking a lot of, mostly everything. But do you think we're going to be able to completely rely on AI, or their manpower should still be there?
Well, I would say that as a surgeon, we have the luxury that we are doing stuff. We're not just looking at things. We're not just reading stuff. I think for internists who are listening to a set of symptoms, to radiologists who are looking at films, to, you look at EKGs, those are all read by the machines these days. As surgeons, we have the luxury that we are still doing things with our hands, and robots are stepping in to do some of that for us, but they have a very long way to go in order to take up what we do. So I think as surgeons, we have a lot more job security, if not going to look at it that way, but we can still use that technology to hopefully make our surgery safer and better, and also leverage that technology for the future.
But what about the error?
Again, whether I'm doing an error with my hands, my fellow's doing an error, the robot's doing an error, it ultimately always comes back to the surgeon who's behind it. And I think as surgeons, we still have to recognize the limitations of robots, of AI, whatever it happens to be. But I think that there's opportunity to be synergistic and work together, but we have to recognize the dangers as well. Otherwise, it's going to be a failure.
Since this is the second year for the MENA Spine Congress, what makes it standing out and keeps you participating in this every?
Yeah, I think it's, I have the utmost respect for most of the people I listen to for me to be able to learn, to be able to share what little I can contribute. The network of friends, the network of surgeons globally, to me that brings tremendous value. Equally, I think the topics here are very unique compared to most scientific, where it is pure science. To have that balance of science with lifestyle, with management, with economics, with everything kind of mixed together. I think that's very unique.
Looking ahead to next year's edition, what would you like to see or experience?
It's going so well already. I think, we always need to look in the mirror and say where there are opportunities for improvement. I would love for more people to understand just how great this is. When I look and see however full that room may be, there's always room for more people. And so I think to kind of say, boy, there's so much here that can be gained if people just knew about it and would leverage that opportunity. That's what I would like to probably see most. Otherwise, I think the topics, the opportunities, the variety, the network is fantastic.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Richard.
Thank you.
And it was a pleasure having you with us.